Hello, everybody, and welcome to the YouTube series called Grow. This is episode 5, and my name is Casey. In today's episode, I'm going to give you an update of what happened since I first started on day 1 till today, which is now day 45. I started this program on March 1st, 2021. And at the time, it was a very low point in my life. The pandemic is going on. It was just a tricky situation in my life. And I started to feel depressed, maybe some anxiety. My self-esteem and my self-confidence were super low. So I knew I had to do something. I began watching YouTube on self-help videos, and I came across a video by Bob Proctor from the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and in it he was talking about the law of attraction. So I began watching more and more, and I understood about the paradigms that are in my subconscious mind and all these technical things that at the time didn't really make much sense. But anyway, I was instructed to write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. I think Bob said, Mr. Proctor, he said, when you write it, use your non-writing hand, and that practice will make your mind focus more on each letter because you technically aren't very good writing with your non-writing hand. So when I started, I had to really try difficultly to make each letter because there was no hand-eye coordination with my left hand. So anyway, I began writing 10 things that I'm grateful for, and I began writing 10 positive affirmations below that. So each day I had a page full of 10 gratitudes on top, 10 gratitudes on the bottom. And I began doing that every day. And every day I would watch at least 1 hour a day of self-help videos around the teachings of the law of attraction. The law of attraction was featured in the film The Secret and in the book The Secret. I saw the film a while ago. I thought it was great, and here it is again in my life. So I went for it, began writing and writing and writing, and my handwriting got a little bit better and better and better. And over the course of the weeks, I began to change. In this video series, I wanted to document what was going to happen to me. So in episode 1, I was at literally the beginning. And so back then, the changes weren't exactly happening as they are now. So I had 5 goals at the beginning. And the first goal that I wanted to address was lacking in self-confidence. That was something that was concerning to me. The second goal that I wanted to address was being organized. My life wasn't very organized. The third thing that I wanted to address was to overcome anxiety. And the fourth thing that I wanted to address was emotional intelligence. I found my life was just an emotional roller coaster. There was no stability. Things were either good or bad, or in the middle, up or down. And the last thing that I wanted to focus on was wealth. Wealth is pretty common for everyone to desire, so I figured that's something that we all want. And so I set off on this journey to get improvements in 5 key categories of my life, the things that I thought needed the most help. Now that 45 days have passed, it has been nothing short of the most amazing journey I've ever taken. I am so happy and grateful that I attempted to do this. So now that I'm here, I have self-confidence. I have a high self-image of myself. I feel good. I feel comfortable even doing these videos. As far as being organized, I am much more organized now. I have set up my living arrangement, my room, my work, my school. Everything is coming together in a nice organized pattern. I do a lot of writings. I have a dry erase board behind me that I put down my goals on. As for emotional intelligence, because my emotions were all over the place and there was no balance, and so the way I solve that was to use the concept of mindfulness. At the time, I had no idea what mindfulness meant. I thought mindfulness meant opening the door to a store and there's someone behind you, you would hold the door for them and let them into. Not even close to what mindfulness is. So I started a nice trick that I do, in which in the morning when I wake up, before I do anything, before I go to the bathroom, before I shower, before I get ready for work or whatever, I would go on that board behind me and I would write down 7 goals for that day. Once I wrote those goals down, I would sit in this chair and I would take 3 deep breaths. And after my 3rd deep breath, with my posture good, my back straight, I would state my intentions to the universe on what I'm going to do today. And that was those 7 goals that I had. So I started doing that every single day. And when I started doing that every day, amazingly, everything became so clear. I had a mission. I knew what I had to do. I was going to get all of those things done. And my emotional balance began to come in place, and I had no more highs and lows. Instead of being in the middle, everything was on the high end of stuff. I felt good about anything. My reactions were less, and I was coming up with proper responses instead. So I've definitely nailed it on emotional intelligence. I feel way better. With regards to wealth, so wealth is a key one. Everyone needs to be able to survive and live the life they want. I live in Hawaii, and it's expensive here in Hawaii. So having wealth is much needed. So now that it's been 45 days, I have about 4 times as much money in my account right now, and my account keeps getting bigger. Because one of the affirmations I was writing every day, and this is one that you can use, even if you only use this one, I'm going to type it on the screen for you. And it goes like this: I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Try writing that with your left hand or your non-writing hand for 45 days and see what happens. Prosperity, the feeling of abundance, of money, seems to be coming in all different directions. Just an amazing feeling. So I highly recommend you take that affirmation I just gave you and use that as one of your key affirmations. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. The last thing that I wanted to improve with regard to anxiety was because I was feeling so low, I was thinking maybe I need to go see a counselor or some type of psychologist. After doing this for 45 days, I feel like a completely new man. I am happy, I am healthy, and I feel wealthy. I feel completely different. I no longer have anxiety. I barely even have negative thoughts. When you write these affirmations every day and gratitudes, something changes in your mind. And your whole thinking process is completely replaced by a new set of thinking processes and perceptions and attitudes. So after 45 days, I feel amazed. I feel probably the happiest I've ever been in my life. And I feel like a completely new person. Not only do I feel like a new person, I have self-respect. I actually am proud of myself for taking on this challenge to become a better person. And I am forever grateful that I did it. And I'm not going to stop now that the 45 days are up. I'm going to start a new 45 days and I'm going to take it up to the next level. So that's my story, and that's what Grow's about. So if you follow episodes 1 through 4, you might see some shifting in my patterns or in my characteristics or something. But after 45 days, wow, what a difference. So I'm going to continue going. And right now I feel like I could teach other people to do what I'm doing, or teach other people to feel how I feel. And I promise you, if you felt how I'm feeling, I believe you would be really happy and you'd want to feel this way too. So thank you guys all for watching. But before I go, I have 3 short tips for you, 3 nice little tips that can push you in the right direction, and hopefully it causes you to do what I did. It's so easy. It only took 10 minutes a day to write, maybe 1 hour a day of watching the Law of Attraction videos. So here's some 3 tips. Number 1, your attitude. If you have a good attitude for any task you do or towards any people that you know, you're going to have a good experience with that person or with that task. If you have a crappy attitude about a task, you're probably going to have a crappy experience. So try to change your attitude. Try your best to stay positive. That is the best thing you can do. Change your attitude. If you have a long day scheduled tomorrow and you have to do numerous high energy tasks, you have to work a full day, then you got to go to practice somewhere, or you got classes later, or you got the kids. In your mind, you know it's going to be a long, grueling day. If you state that tomorrow is going to be a great day and it's going to get done with ease, that attitude will make your day be a great day and everything will flow with ease. So change your attitude, make it the best you can. The second tip I want to share with you, this is a good one too. Write down goals for each day. When you set a day full of goals, your body prepares all the energy that is needed to get those goals completed. If you go through your day with no goals, you're just kind of moving throughout the day left and right. There's no purpose to your movement, to your energy conservation, to your thinking. So try your best to write down some goals, at least 5. At the beginning, don't make them too difficult. Just make them nice goals that are harder than easy, but not difficult. Once you write those goals down, state it to the universe in the morning and get going on those goals. Halfway throughout your day, go check the list to see how you're doing and see what's left to do. And you get back out there and you get those goals done. When you do that, something else changes in your mind, because now your body is being efficient. Your body knows what energy to use at what time because you have a list of goals. You set your intentions to the universe. So your body's in tune with that. And the body's going to provide you the required energy and know how to get them done. So be goal-oriented. I did it, and it's a complete game changer. Okay, the final tip I have to you is to get a notebook and write down 10 things that you love to do that makes you happy. Sounds simple. 10 things that when you're doing it makes you happy. Here's an example. I love to read a good book. So when I'm reading a good book, I get a feeling of love. I enjoy it. I love to watch a good movie. So write it on your list. Write down 10 things that you love to do. You love working in the garden, getting your hands dirty, planting, pruning, weeding, whatever. Whatever brings you happiness, joy, and love. Write it on a list, 10 of them. Once you have your list set and you're happy with the list, the next thing is in your goals that you're going to write. Make sure one of those happy things is on your list. So if you have 5 goals and none of them are on, so when you write your goals daily, make sure you're doing something that you love to do each day. So that list that you have, maybe alternate different things. Like today, you're going to read a portion of a book. Tomorrow, you're going to watch a movie. The next day, you're going to be in the garden planting something. The next day, you're going to go to the beach to go sunbathe if you have a beach near you, or the lake, whatever it is. But make sure you make time to do something that you love, because that's the whole point of life, is to be happy. And in order to be happy, you kind of got to be doing something that makes you happy. I think that's much better than thinking you're happy. So go ahead, write your list, add it to your goals for each day, and do something that makes you happy, and see what that does to your vibration. See what that does to your energy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is KC. I'll see you again next week for episode 6. Aloha.